Hey everybody, DJ Lamont, JLW Social Enterprises, back with another episode of Quick Chats. Today we have the one, the only, the world-renowned Miss Cheryl Lockett as our guest today. How are you doing, Cheryl?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Lamont?
Doing good.
All right. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's my honor to have you here. It's usually I ask the guests something about you that people who know you don't know, but I want to throw this out there for the guests who are watching who probably don't know that we are cousins. Cheryl and I are cousins.
Yes.
Our mothers are sisters.
Yes, we are. We are first cousins.
Yes. So it's like so that just get that out of the way. So we're all family, but like we're really family.
We're really family. We're blood related.
We see each other at the family reunion, so we're family.
Yes, we do. And we're both world renowned. I got to give you props, Lamont. I got to give you props now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh man, I enjoy what I do, and I just love being a blessing to others. So. If I can do that, then it's all worth it.
And you're very remarkable.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you put a great show on. Very stellar and impeccable. Always top notch. That's what I love about you. Other than the fact you're my cousin.
Yeah, well, it's because you already know because we're cousins. It has to be top notch. You know how the Williams side don't play.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. If it's not top notch. Don't you disgrace your family name.
Don't do it. That's right. Don't
put out any junk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just back up.
That's right. So our first question is, what are your goals for 2021?
Well, there's of course a lot of them. I always keep goals in front, but in light of the new COVID epidemic, pandemic, I should say, it changes the dynamics of the business and the way I do business, whereas when you're in the arts teaching music and visual arts, you really, that one-on-one, that personal interaction is very important. And now we have a detachment here. So the goal is to kind of refine the way I deliver content to individuals over the internet to make it as close as possible to being there. It's very difficult, but we make it happen somehow. That's one of the goals. The other thing that I'm working on, because now we have to kind of appeal to a virtual arena in order to survive, is the voiceovers. I've done some voiceovers before for a state agency, and it was great. It was for a phone announcement and whatnot. And I do voice, that's my thing, is a vocalist. So I wanted to take it up another level. And finally, I'm in an official vocal training, for voiceover. And I'm delighted with that. That should end in April, and I'll be doing a lot of ebooks and small, short commercials. So that's exciting, and everything's, online. The other thing that I've launched off, I started this before the pandemic, and now it's just pushed me into it. And that was virtual field trips and on-demand enrichment for youth, for people, for individuals. Also doing my tiny studio, which is here in my home, and doing little short music concerts of myself singing and storytelling. You and I talked about some storytelling before, Lamont, and so that goes into adult storytelling. And the other storytelling is for children in schools, but particularly you kind of really brought up, this whole idea of reviving and reliving these stories that were told to us as children. And that's what I'm working on right now.
Those of you guys out there watching, if you've never heard Cheryl tell a story, she's an amazing storyteller because she can make it very intriguing and unique and interesting for children. But then she has some stories that are scary, and I don't care who you are. If you like suspense, they're gonna get you. I can't tell you nothing about that, but she has some good stories. She's a good storyteller.
And Lamont and his crew will be filming this so that it's high caliber, high resolution for the public, so that you can really get off into it and live that moment with us. And one more thing that's launched off, I haven't figured out how to actually do this without it being virtual. It may just have to be virtual, and it goes off into a virtual field trip. But it was a mobile museum, and this mobile museum content particularly is the history of the musicianship in my family, both my father's side and my mother's side, and showing clips and information, CDs, coverage, instruments that they've used into this museum, and also the showing African American artists from pre-Middle Ages, from dating back to 12th and 14th century, from all around the world, as far as I can take it back. I have a lot of research history material on that, but it's only so many hours in a day, but I can't wait to pull it off. And if it has to be virtual, that's what it's gonna be.
That's interesting. I'm excited about that. That sounds great. That's all your projects are very unique, and they have a lot of heart. So I know it's going to be good. So now that we're putting it out there, we're going to have to do it because they're going to be.
We got to do it. We got to do
it. So
it's public now.
That's right. So what is something about you that people who know you don't know?
There's something about me that the public, close relatives and friends, they may know this about me, but I spent about 25 years or more in computer science. That's my second love. First, when we were talking about making money, but that's how I made my living for a long time in computer science. And then when things were not so great for me in that industry, then I'd always go back, and the music would carry me through any sort of economical plummet that may have occurred. But I've been in computer science for a long time, and I was on the cutting edge of the first mid-range computer that came out after the key punch. I experienced the key punch machine, and then the mid-range network system, and then the network system that came out. And here in Merced County, I had the opportunity to be on staff while we launched off the first Magic project, which tracked individuals, for the welfare, for booking, for police, for all of that. We launched that first software program into our system, and we were the third county here in Merced back in the early 90s. And I was a part of that. I was excited to be that. Now, I haven't really been into the technology aspect of it as far as employment is concerned since 27, the last downfall of the economy. And so right now, I'm kind of inching my way through navigating through this new technological platform. I had a software training company years ago, and I contracted out with the state, and it was called Lockett Technology, where I trained individuals how to use their computer, just from the basics, from opening their computer, creating a document, saving it, sending it off through email. And then also I worked with a lot of local agencies here, Atwater PD, Atwater City, Merced City, in teaching some of their staff how to use their operating systems efficiently, their software products efficiently, so that they can, when their secretaries are trying to create and merge documents, that they had some quick reference material to do that, to just go through it instead of reading through a very thick manual. So that's the teaching experience that I bring to the table, but I haven't done that in a long time. So now I'm having to get reacclimated to this modern network, social media, my YouTube and Instagram and all of that, and Facebook is so fragmented, with the information that's on it. It's not very consistent, but you can find some musical content in there.
So, and that's going to be my next question is where can they find you to get more information, to follow you, to see some of the things you have online? Okay,
just go to my website or just Google Cheryl Lockett, or go to CherylLockett.com, and you can get more information on me that way. The next thing that I'm going to be doing publicly, just recently I did something with Michael Soria and you, Lamont, at the Merced County Arts Center, and it was a holiday concert that just happened impromptu. And it was wonderful because it gave us that feel of performing, for the public again. And I do workshops for myself, and for the next one I'm going to do is for Yosemite Songwriter Retreat. And I did one for them last year, and they called me again this year. And that workshop happens again on March the 12th, 13th, and 14th. So that's a Friday through a Sunday. And it's about an hour. And it's going to feature this time vocal exercises before performance. Good, effective exercises that you can do to help make your performance better on a whim.
Cheryl, it's been a pleasure. And I know everybody out there probably has questions for you, so you're going to have to reach out to her to get your questions answered. But everybody out there that's watching, I want to thank you for your time, spending some time on Quick Chats with me, and everyone out there watching. I hope whenever and wherever you're watching, you have a safe and blessed day. Yes. Thank you for watching, and tune in for the next episode of Quick Chats.
Thank you. Be well. Go Quick Chats.